You guys better hang on to the end of this video because I will be giving away this vise. What's up guys, welcome back to yet another video. Today we'll be tying something very special. It is probably the coolest wasp or bee imitation that I have ever seen. I saw a very nice guy tie this one a few years back. I think it's, or was it last, maybe it was last year. He's also the designer of the material clamp from Swiss CDC. His name is Christian Kuchelmeister and he is a master at his craft. I mean, the amount of flies that guy can crank out in so little time, and they're just so fishy. And he showed me this wasp pattern. So it's not my own pattern, it's Christian's pattern, but it's very cool and not that difficult. So let's jump down to the vise and I will show you how to tie this wasp. So the hook here is from Eric's Hooks. It's the Super Dry, the FW524 in a size 8. You can probably tie this on other hooks as well, but this one is really great for it. So the trick here for the body of the bee is to use Unifloss. So you start off with that. And you will see why in just a second, because that is what we'll be using to make the stripes on the body. Then you need some of this yellow foam. Cut that into a point like this. You can make it quite long. So then get your thread all the way down to just around this point here. Tie in that tip there, like so. Just put that down, doesn't matter. Then move up to this point here where the hook point is. Then you kind of want to measure this out. I like to leave this one long, so I know. I mean, you could, if you're a pro like Christian, then you could just cut a few of these and have them lying around in little organized bags and all that. But I'm not that experienced in tying bees or dry flies, so this is the way I do it. So catch the foam on top here, make a few turns, tighten that down a little bit, like so, and then just cut that off just so it's a little bit easier to work with. And now comes the trick. See if I can remember it. I have made a few bees here for practice. So when the thread is here, you need to go under and around the hook like this. And then you go up over the foam. If that makes sense. Pinch it with your finger a little bit here. Let's see if I can catch that. Like so. Go around. And back again. Whoop. So that's the first one done. Let me show you that. See it here. So, and then you go back down over the foam like so. Whoa. Kind of have to hold it with your finger a little bit, and then around the hook down here, just make a few turns. It's to lock that in. Let me see if I can hold it. So now it's looking like this. You kind of have a triangle on the top there. And then it's time to make these small segmentations. Like this. Just work with it a little bit. And then just get that floss up in front here. Give that a whip finish. Just one, because this is fairly thick. The floss I'm using here is, it says 15, okay, it says 15. It's 15 yards. And I think the number here is 600 is the thickness. This is maybe a little bit too thick, but it works. So let's cut that off. And then move over to a thinner tying thread here. Catch that in. Make sure that foam is tied down. And then I want to cut off the rest of this. That. Go. It's just right around this point here, and you can really see how easy and fast it was to make that body of the bee or the wasp. So let's move on to some wings. There's two ways of doing this. I like to tie in these small coq de leon feathers, or you could use a grizzly feather. You could even use some Antron yarn, or this, you know, whatever makes a white kind of wing. I like using these because they look so real. So just tie one in roughly on this side, and then you can pull it back. Like that. Let's get the other one in. See that they are roughly the same length. I messed this one up. Pull that one out. Back it up a bit. Do that again. Here we go. And then just tie these down as well. Cut this off. Make sure they're nice secured here. Now, if you find them standing up a little bit too much, I think this is okay. You could, let me show it. Take a little bit of UV resin, just a small drop, like right around this point here. Show that. Like so. Work that in a little bit to the feathers. Be careful that you don't put on too much, and especially on the point where you're tying, you just make the whole thing so slivery and almost impossible to tie on. So bend these down a little bit. And then just zap it with your lamp. This will secure them even more and also, you know, kind of make them a little bit more flat. Like that. Then you want a piece of black foam, not too thick, just a thin piece. I think this is 3 millimeters. No, it's not. 1.5 millimeters, so really thin. And you want to cut this piece like this. It's kind of hard to tell the thickness. I mean, how wide you want this, but I mean, I kind of just look. I want it just as broad as the thickest part of the body, so you might need to tie a few of these before you nail it. So let's get this in right here and tie that up to the wings. Just leave this here. Just add a little bit more air to the fly, like that. Then you want to grab some of this yellow deer hair for the legs. This is a really cool trick. So cut off a fairly thick piece here. And you want to, this is obviously way too long, so grab the tips here. So we want roughly the same length as the body, and then you just cut off the hairs you don't need, which will leave you with a small bundle like this. And what you do with that is just roll that up into a little ball. Like so. And then you have these very cool legs. Tie that in on the bottom here. Just roughly. This looks like a mess right now, but it will look super cool. I think I need a little bit more. You can always pull out a few. So same thing, just these in as good as you can, then just work your way through. Don't worry about a few sticking out here and there, because this will get over here. So now you could, let me hold one up here, you could add some, I don't know if it's coming through here. See if I can do it somehow. Look at this. This fly, I added some small antennas in front, but my shirt is gray, so these wouldn't even be able to see these. But these are the stems of some feathers. I just plucked off the fibers, and you can tie those in front here and make these little antennas. So let's get this one tied down here. Move your thread back just a little bit. fold this back over on itself, tie on top of that, which will form a little small head. Nice and tight. Let's get a whip finish in. Like this. Cut off the thread. Pull this and cut it. There we go. You can kind of work with your wings here a little bit. Now all there's left to do is to brush out these legs. Be rough with it here. That is no problem. It's just add to the bugginess of the fly. Like I said, you can just, if you find some of these are a bit too long, you just pull them out like that. Let's give this fly a little bit of varnish. Like so. And that there, ladies and gentlemen, is a very cool and easy, because I managed to tie it, wasp pattern. So let me tell you a little bit about the giveaway. I want to give away CNF design black edition reference, which is the top of the line fly tying vise from CNF design. I will be giving this one away in about 30 days. So if you look down in the description, you will find a link that will take you to a site where you can read everything about how to win this vise. And yeah, make sure you go in there and sign up. And best of luck to everybody. I will be making a lot of photos, a little bit more content about this vise, so you guys can see what it is. But make sure you check the link in the description if you want to know how to win this. And I will see you guys in a few days. Bye.